Greetings and welcome to the 7th episode of our Mod of the Month series, where we look at the best mods released from Morrowind each month as decided by you guys in our online poll. Now first things first, I do sort of need to apologise for the lack of videos on the channel of late. My hard drive can only handle so much raw video footage, but rest assured that our end of the year videos, such as the top 10 Morrowind mods of 2015, will be out sometime in the next week, and I do apologise again for the delay. But in the meantime, we do have a new poll up today to decide which mods were the best mods of December 2015, so please do go check that out and cast your vote, and we'll have the next Mod of the Month video in a few weeks. Now with all that said, the results of our November polling are in, and out of 32 mods released in November, the Mod of the Month, by a landslide, was the Cliffracer Replacer mod by PeterBitt and Pherim. Now some of you may be having deja vu, because we actually kicked this series off with a Nick Sound Replacer mod as the Mod of the Month way back during the Morrowind Modathon days of May, and here we are again with PeterBitt and Pherim's second Creature Replacer mod, and it has again won our Mod of the Month by a landslide, and part of that is without doubt the extreme amount of detail that's gone into updating the models and textures for this most iconic of all Morrowind creatures. You can see some of these cliff racers flying around here, and again the model detail here is pretty amazing. You can make out individual veins in the cliff racer's wings, and you also notice that the wings themselves are sort of translucent. You can just sort of make out the sky just beyond the beat of their oh so menacing wings, and you also find that the head has also been significantly improved. You can make out their beady little eyes full of hate, and really, with this Cliffracer Replacer mod, you can finally be terrorized and possibly even murdered by a flying menace in absolute high-resolution glory, and that's certainly one of the reasons why it's our Mod of the Month this month. And going on, our second pick for the November Mod of the Month is Imperial Houses and Forts retexture Ordo Architectura by Tidy. Now this mod is a complete retexture of all things Imperial, and to some degree also includes common Nordic architecture. Now you'll find the houses, taverns, shops, and even the cobblestone walls and wells, as you can see here, have all been given new updated high-resolution textures, done up in the traditional vanilla style of Morrowind. You can definitely recognise the same colour schemes here as being similar as to what you'll find in the original Morrowind. And on a sort of off-topic note, I should mention that this goes really well with the lush Ascadian Isles retexture that Flash 3113 released a while back. But anyway, getting back on topic, this also covers all Imperial fortifications and towers as well. You'll find that Imperial keeps, walls, and turrets have been provided with new textures in addition to the more common Imperial architecture. Naturally, you'll also find new interior textures to go along with this texture overhaul, including new plain textures for the Halfway Tavern, as you can see here, and this includes pretty much everything. It might also include the tables and chairs as well. And down below, you'll also notice that there's been some new textures added in for the cellar down below here, including more of that cobblestone goodness. And likewise, Imperial Keep interior textures have been updated as well, again completely in keeping with the vanilla Morrowind colour scheme, as you can see here, and it really is just a very lovely looking texture package that does a lot to update these buildings and give them a modern shine while maintaining that nostalgic vanilla colour scheme and keeping everything sort of lore friendly. And really, I just have to say that I love the amount of detail that can be found in these textures. I mean, just look at those cobblestone floors and those semi-tiled ceilings. It comes together really well. And just to give another look at the exterior textures here, you can see the City of Caldera with these new textures applied, and really it's a very lovely texture pack, and it's very easy to see why it's our second pick for the Mod of the Month. Finally, for our third pick for Mod of the Month, we have Jiffy Morrowind's UI revamped by Jack Lexico Jiffy MM. And I have to say, I'm pretty sure I did not pronounce that correctly. In fact, that's probably the most difficult name I've ever had to try and pronounce. But anyway, as the name of this mod would imply, this is a UI overhaul for Morrowind that changes the fonts and colors of Morrowind's interface to make it look a bit more sleek and modern with two different themes you can choose from. And here you can see my character's inventory with the classic theme, which is a combination of black and gold coloring, and it really works quite well. And I also particularly like the update colors for health, magicka, and fatigue, as well as the gold trim along the top of each menu, which really gives a nice classic fantasy vibe to everything. And here you can see the main menu where the options are much more detailed than before, and another thing that this UI overhaul does is that it updates the documents with some nice high resolution details, as you can see here. And just to give you an idea of what the classic theme looks like with Morrowind's dialogue system, you can see some of the dialogue menus here where, again, everything looks fairly modern and certainly makes reading all that text much easier on the eyes, since Morrowind does involve an awful lot of reading. And for contrast, you can see the darker theme here, one of the two main options, with my character's menu. This is a much more sort of Skyrim stylized UI interface with black and grey colouring, like what you'll find in Skyrim menus, and this is a great option for players who've come to Morrowind from that vastly inferior realm and would like to have a UI they're more familiar with. And in any event, this is a great and high quality user interface mod for Morrowind, and really, we just don't get very many user interface mods for Morrowind, period. So this is a great treat for the limited user interface options out there, and it's definitely worthy as our third pick for the mod of the month for November. And that pretty much wraps up everything I have for you guys today, so do please remember to go out and vote for the best mod of December. We've got a lot of Telvanni villages and town mods to choose from this month, and I'll see you all in a couple of weeks with the results and another video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.